We're here. We're back.
Oh my God, this is it. This is our last episode of season 1.
I feel
what a trip.
Happy and accomplished. It's so great.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So the beginning, we were talking about, we were just talking about how to prioritize without apologizing. And then we were talking about your baby journey a little bit.
Relationships, because I was just had the baby and acclimating and the whole thing, and boom, 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 boom.
And now I'm knocked up.
So let's make it clear. She's got babies.
Twins, y'all. Oh my God. And wow. I am blessed. This is so exciting.
Yes,
when that doctor was like, oh, there's another heartbeat. I was like, excuse me? I was like, we have twins in our family.
Should've seen my face, but she told me.
Right?
I was like,
it's kind of fun. It's and I have been tired. But
right.
You told me, like, you've been a great expert for me. Like, this is amazing. And everybody out there that has kids, I hope you have a great friend like Vanessa that just walks you through this, because we talk about it.
Well, and just mind you, she's getting us fresh newborn parents, so we remember everything. Because for us, with our experience, everybody was, you never want to like over advise or give any type of thing, but parents forget. You forget.
Yeah.
All the little small minutia things that you need to know with a baby newborn, like, temperature control, or like just things to be aware of.
Yeah, the warm wipes. I'm learning all this.
So she's getting us with all the knowledge. I was like, get it now, because I'm trying to forget for the next.
Right. So season 2, I'm gonna be bigger than ever, because these boos are due in spring, technically. So it's exciting.
It's so exciting.
This is a perfect way to end season 1, I think, because I really I want to talk somewhat about pregnancy, but also I want to talk about our topic today.
Our topic is body image.
Big one.
Yes.
And I'll just start with where I'm at right now.
Sure.
Like fitting in between clothes. Like I literally I just went to IKEA and I had to get all the what is it? The
storage.
My brain's gone too, everybody. So
pregnancy
just
brain
mind
is
me.
real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ladies out there.
And it has definitely taken over.
Yeah, seriously. I'm not showing crazy yet, but my brain is showing. So I had to go get storage boxes, and I just started putting clothes away. And it's an interesting feeling, because like my belly, it looks like I kind of had a burrito, like 2 mini burritos, and not like big yet.
Yes.
But it's weird to have these cravings. And I think this is really important to talk about, is my whole life being a fat kid and, doing the business that I'm in. I always have had to watch my calories. I've always had to watch what I eat and be really extra conscious about it. And now it's like, lead into the cravings if you want. And I trust that I eat well. I do. And you get me sometimes because I don't eat enough, because I don't realize what to prepare for.
Well, there's
it's like
also
meal prepping constantly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and also I think there's that whole, especially
stigma.
If you grew up, big, and there's all the trauma and all the, certain behaviors you develop as you get older about like not eating, snacking, and especially here in LA where it's even worse kind of with the whole body image stuff here.
Yeah.
You don't eat, you just have coffee for breakfast, or, you know what I mean? Numbers count. And I remember just having to check you and be like, eat it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Because it's weird. It's like, I have to trust it. But if I'm hungry, I'm allowed, I give myself that 30 seconds to go, no, this isn't crap food. This isn't McDonald's. This is, and listen, I've had a cheeseburger.
And you can
once
do
in a
that
while,
too. You're
and
pregnant.
that is fine.
Yeah.
And I can have that whenever. That's called maintenance meals. Sure. I just have to remind myself that Special K with a little bit of oatmeal and granola at midnight, I can have. I'm not like taking Frosted Flakes and throwing them down my face,
and eating the whole box.
Yeah, or just Taco Bell at 1 a.m.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. But I just have to remind myself to lean into it. Yes. It's okay. And I wouldn't have ever thought I would be like this. And I am. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm shaming myself. Everyone else is like, please do it, eat. Because I also know how hard it is to get this weight off. However, I'm not just, my husband's like, it's not like you're carb loading at 2 a.m. just for fun. Like, you do have kids in there. I'm like, I do. And then once kids come, you move and you work around. So the first few weeks I was really self-conscious about it. But now back to the body image, I'm I'm happy about it. I'm good. I'm leaning in. So I brought food, Vanessa. You'd be proud of me. And
yes.
Yeah, but I will.
Shove food in her mouth.
I will steal ice cream from children's hands. I have no mercy with that. I literally am like, can I have a bite? The whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'm only month 3.5, so I can't even imagine what month 6 and 7 is going to be. So,
well, pregnancy is very different than just normal kind of like eating and how it relates to body image and stuff. Because I mean, I remember like when I got pregnant, I went to the doctor and the doctor said, you know, I know everyone's going to tell you, oh my God, license to eat. You can eat whatever you want, from my mom to my grandma, everybody, right? That's what you're supposed to. That's what they say. And the doctor was like, don't do that. I go, that's not licensed to eat. It's like, eat healthy, but don't gain so much, because that's when you get into problems. That's when, you know, you can get gestational diabetes, or all the other stuff that, frankly, being overweight just kind of creates in a normal body that's not pregnant. So you just kind of be mindful about it. And I took that to heart. I mean, I generally eat well anyway, but I'm a snacker. So I just let myself have my snacks and gave myself permission. So in terms of like pregnancy, because you're pregnant, you're not, you know, it's not about a diet at that point. And that's all I'm saying to you. It's like, I'm not telling you to eat a whole chocolate cake.
Right.
But if you want a slice, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know?
But I can't imagine women, because I have been doing this for so many decades. I can't imagine women that like go from not knowing and trusting their food and their intake and not really getting it down before they get pregnant. I don't think enough women talk about this, you know, and then they just go wild and they gain 80 pounds because they feel like, well, F it. You know, I'm pregnant now. And then afterward, it's so hard to get off. And then you have postpartum, or you have your hormones change. It's like, that's why it's so important to talk about this now for women.
Well, okay, this is a good point. Let's start at the beginning, right? Where we all, I think anyway, learn how to eat. I mean, it's just common sense for me, like.
But most people, it's not.
No. But you learn from your parents, right? And the food that they put in front of you, and the things that are okay and that you enjoy, all the sugary stuff and all the dough and the brownies and the cookies and the fun that you're having and everything, but not enough vegetables. And then all of a sudden you go through the stage of like, you have to eat your vegetables. And you were like, but you never told me how. All of a sudden I just do? What? You know what I mean? All that stuff. And I'll just speak for myself. I know I was born in the Philippines. So obviously different culture, the way that they raise children and babies and the whole bit, the food they give. And I don't know, I've been told I just didn't like meat growing up. So I would like store it in my cheek, and then I'd eat everything else. And then at the end, after it was done, cleaned up, I'd just spit out all the meat on the tray. I was like, well, that's interesting. I do the seafood, I was told. But Filipinos eat. It's part of their pastime. They have 6 official meal times, clearly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, official. Okay. They count the snacks.
Yeah, we're going to have snack chat later, guys.
Yes, we'll talk about it. Yeah. So, but I was always a picky eater because I just didn't like, honestly, I didn't like Filipino food, certain delicacies normally. Like I liked specific things and I liked what I liked, but I didn't like everything. So that for me, it was kind of difficult. I was really lucky with my mom because she was like, okay, you don't like it, cool, but you're gonna have to eat something. And she was really good about that. I was being forced. I wasn't forced to finish a plate. I wasn't being forced to eat something I didn't like, but it was a negotiation for sure. Like you gotta eat something green. So what? Pick one.
Yeah.
So that was good in that way. I know for myself, in terms of my family, I'm the only, like on my mom's side, I'm the only one that is small, let's say. Because I wouldn't call myself small or
you're petite.
Or anything.
You are.
Yeah, but I got curves. I need to work out and stuff. I'm not naturally, where models are genetically disposed to that whole kind of
bones are look at yours compared to mine.
Sure.
She tries to give me her clothes. It was so sweet. But some of them, I was like, girl, you're small and I'm a large.
You don't wanna
so sweet. But I'm like, well, is that what you think my body image is? Because I know my reality. That's so nice of you, Vanessa.
I was excited.
Sorry. Yes. So cute.
And and everybody else, there's obesity that runs in the family. So I remember growing up watching that, and we love our baked goods.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't met a muffin or a cookie or a bagel or a cake pretty much.
Do you have tea time in the Philippines?
No.
Sorry, my ignorance. No, there's no tea time.
But you do have
snacking.
siesta, which means it's whatever the dessert is of the day.
Okay.
Or they have at the moment.
Yeah.
And I was pretty good about that, but watching everybody else just eat whenever, because you eat your feelings, you eat when you're bored, and it was all those
friends
different
come
things.
over,
Friends come over. Yeah.
When the show's on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And working out wasn't like a pastime per se, although I liked working out. So I could say I was just different from everybody else. My body issues stem from being like scrawny a little bit or small, because I was petite growing up. So I had like a very asexual like boy frame, no boobs, a butt, but it was just all very straight and flat. Right. And in America, you want all the different curves in certain places, which are unrealistic completely.
Okay.
All the magazines.
Let's talk.
All the TV shows.
And we had Kate Moss, right? So
yes,
my mom had
heroin
Twiggy.
Yeah.
We had Kate Moss. What was that called?
Calvin Klein.
It was
Heroin Chic.
Thank you. Heroin Chic.
Yes.
And then now
you had like Winona Ryder with her big old boobies and like just small body and cute petite. Yeah.
Yeah, not realistic at all.
No.
But at least we didn't have social media. Like I would just put the models' pictures on. Like I liked Nev Campbell, Nev Campbell, right?
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell. I was like Nev Campbell. I think she's from
Party of Five.
Yeah. No, Naomi Campbell.
Pregnancy brain.
Yeah, totally.
It's real.
But I loved her because she was of color and she was like muscular and she was, know what I mean? For a model.
Absolutely.
She wasn't wafy. So I really liked her a lot.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I can't imagine.
She was still part of the heroin chic wave.
She was real thin too.
Yeah.
They all were.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking at Kardashians and I'm looking at all these women that are so excited to get these butt implants and these boobs.
Sizes. Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's cool that girls think thickness is in. However, that's a whole different fantasy land though, I feel like.
Yes.
And I just with social media now, like let's talk body image now. Because I was the fat kid. I wrote the reset plan about it. I was the fat kid. I was always overweight.
She wrote an amazing book about organizing life and thinking
space,
and space, and how it all kind of comes together and is a holistic kind of. Yeah, it's wonderful. Everybody get it. Reset Plan.
Thanks.
It's available on Amazon.
Everybody, thank you. As I wave, where are my flowers? Because no, but I spent a lot of years doing it because I was never like really thin growing up, and all the friends would have skinny little legs, and I was
and kids are mean,
and they were. I was the marshmallow man. I'd never seen Ghostbusters to this day because they would call me the marshmallow lady.
That's so mean.
Yeah, I know. So
and I can imagine too having your dad.
Oh, forget it. I talk about that all the time. I was shamed all the time. I don't know if we talked about this in the past, but like publicists, would throw me off the red carpet and blah, blah, blah. So at least my body image with my mom at home was really sweet. She was always there to comfort me. Right. But then I'm looking at kids these days living in this Instagram fantasy world and Snapchats of Oasis that is just like insanity. It's like the Wild West of all of these images. And so I looked at the source, which is bullyingstatistics.org, and I was pulling this up.
That's cool.
And they were saying that 94% of girls have been body shamed. And you know what? I bet that's from a lot of other girls, to tell you the truth.
Sure, of course.
More than men, more than boys. And then I was surprised to find out that 65% of teen boys have been body shamed.
Yes,
I didn't know that number was that high.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
I mean, if you put yourself in a dude's shoes, I get it. Like if other guys, some, they have spurts sooner than other, they're skinny or scrawny, or they're just not as tall, or,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's the pretty versus the ugly.
Yeah, and such an awkward
and what
time.
Is that really?
And it really carries you. I was reading this article. I can't cite it right now, but I'll put it with when we find out on our YouTube site. This article about the way you go through puberty is usually the way you're going to see yourself as you get older. So like, I know somebody, I'm not going to put them out there, but I know somebody who's heavy now. They're older. They're in their 60s. And they've always thought that, and still to this day, she's topping 300 pounds. But she thinks she's really thin because she grew up really thin. And so I'm like, there you go. Own that. That's fine. But she's not. So I worry about her health. That's what I come from. It's like a health perspective. But then you have me and my mom who weighs like 100 pounds, who were fat during our, our pubic. Sorry, guys.
Going to the doctor a lot.
During our puberty stage. And it was, just flow with me, Vanessa. Yes, thank you, everybody.
I'm with
it. Going to the doctor a lot. But, and then we were really heavy. Yeah. So now I look at myself, and I think that one thing that I really need to be conscious of, and even with Apollo, your son, is I cannot be looking at my body and going, oh, I feel fat today with children around.
Yes. Words are important. We've said this.
Yeah. It's all sinking in. I'm growing up here, kids.
Self-love, self-care, self-talk. We've talked about all of this on this season. That's why this is a really great final episode.
Next level, though.
It's really, and I love watching it with you because, and I knew it was going to be a thing because it was a thing for me. Yeah. And for a while there, I was like, whoa, because it's crazy. It's uncomfortable at first until you just lean into it and go, all right, I'm going to dig this. I'm going to hug myself, getting big. Yeah. And look cute doing it, and you can do that. You have role models, thank God for kids now, and, to look at and go, yeah, I like that attitude. Let me do it. See, it's so crazy because let's take Lizzo, for example, right? Now, I love her, love the music, the whole thing.
Okay. It's going to be some controversial talk right now. I'm going to be real. Okay.
Love her. Love the music, love the whole bit. Yeah. However, there's, and I'm not an expert on it or whatever, but in my mind, I go, facts are facts are facts. There comes a point where it's just real. Like smoking is bad for you. Being overweight is not good for you, from bones to carrying the weight with your hips to just cholesterol to all those different things. So there's a balance, right? And I just think I love the attitude. I love the confidence. Yes. I love the self, love and care that comes with the whole image and the talk and the inclusivity of it all. But then it makes me go, but what about the healthy part of it? Because you could tell she's healthy, but is she healthy? You know what I mean? Like I would wonder what her doctor says.
Do you want me to give you my opinion?
I know. Say it.
I'm going to break this down.
Yeah.
I'm just going to break it down.
Yeah.
I think Lizzo, everything she stands for. Sure. I love the fact that she comes out in a bikini or in a bathing suit that I would never even think about. And I'm probably 150 pounds lighter than her.
I don't have that confidence at all. That's why I love her.
So that's amazing. Yeah. However, from my standpoint of being a trainer and a lifestyle coach and all of that, what I believe is you cannot be truly, truly happy if you are going to a restaurant, right? And in the back of your mind, you think, can I fit in that booth? If you're going on an airplane and going, do I need that extra seat extension, the seatbelt extension? And you have to always double think because then you're not truly living because this is not made. It's just like Shaq living in this world. He's so big and tall. He has to think when he goes into someone's
everything
house.
For sure.
Yes. And so it doesn't mean that you can't be happy. Also, our heart, there's only one heart for the rest of our lives. We wake up and our heart pumps. It's the only thing that does not go to sleep on us, like it is pumping until the day we die. Right. We all die of a heart attack, to be real. No matter what you die of, if your heart goes, that's how you're dying. Yeah. That's what the autopsy report should say. It should say heart attack, right? It goes. And I just worry with carrying that much weight. And even now being pregnant, I'm out of breath with things that I used to do because I have more weight on me. Right. And so I'm not at my
peak.
And yes, I'm not at my best. And I feel, God bless her. I love what she's putting out there, but you can't tell me she doesn't think twice unless she has people helping her to not think about that. But when you are that heavy, you're going to think twice about things like that. And you're going to have more doctor's appointments. So on that level, I applaud her putting herself out there. on a health level, I would say I hope she balances it out after she puts herself out. It's kind of like Lady Gaga when she put herself out there in the beginning. She was like, this is me with meat all over me and all the, and she went all to the extremes. And then now she's more,
centered.
Exactly. Right. So I hope that Lizzo can balance that, because I just see it going, I don't know about this long-term goal of being that obese, because that is obese. Yeah. But God bless her. You know what I mean?
No, I love her.
And anybody fight me. Go for it. Like, because I remember Jillian Michaels talking about Lizzo, and she's like, I don't want to quote her, but what I read from what Jillian Michaels said was, it's unhealthy. She shouldn't be this, blah, blah, blah. Just negating all of what the good Lizzo tries to put out there from a mental health perspective.
Right.
So I'm not saying everybody.
No. Yeah.
Like, I hope little girls look at it, but at the same time, I hope they're not eating their emotions and looking at Lizzo
and being okay with not bettering their eating habits and body stuff. Yeah, I get that. I get that completely.
Because kids are mean. And then another statistic at dosomething.org, which is a cool website if you guys want to check it out. It's 91% of women, not teenagers, women are unhappy with their bodies.
Yes.
91%.
Yeah, I can believe that. Well, because girls right away are told how to look, what's girly, what's pretty, what's not. I mean, it's a whole cultural thing, right? I think in many different countries of like, she's pretty, she's ugly, she's this, she's that, you got to wear this because that's pretty. Can't wear that, that's for boys. I mean, all those different rules, those gender rules that are, thank God they're all kind of being exploded now, all those that thinking.
Yeah, the stereotypes sorts.
But at the same time, look at us just looking at photos of ourselves. I am the worst at looking at taking pictures. I'll be honest. And looking at myself in pictures and saying anything nice. I'll be like, oh my God, look at that, or look at that, or look at that.
Yeah.
And that's not nice. I'm not being nice to myself.
Shut up, Vanessa. Someone would die to have your issues, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. My husband's like, ugh, I can't eat it.
But what's interesting is I know some women that their husbands would be extra critical.
Sure.
And if you're with somebody that's going to be extra critical, you need to check in with that, because
I have to be more loving.
Yes. And you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's kind of like, don't ask people questions that you don't want to know at the end of it. Because if I have gained 10 pounds, I don't need my husband to tell me I gained 10 pounds. I can go to my clothes. You know what I mean? And I can go, I just don't fit into it.
Yeah.
However, some people, though, will just tell you how they feel. They'll be like, oh, are you gaining some weight? Are you doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have to have everything we've talked about in season 1, all those tools.
That class counselor, him, who was like, so
college?
Weight.
Oh,
what's
God.
that about?
Let's talk about him all day. Let's not. But yeah, he told me I had a rhino had more grace than I did. Okay, which sometimes could be true. I'm not the most graceful person, but I didn't ask for that opinion.
No.
Thank you. Yeah.
And,
talk about issues he has.
That's the thing, too. Like, when communicating this to somebody else. Oh, look at the airplane.
That's okay. Welcome to LA.
Yes, exactly.
Hello, everybody.
When communicating this stuff, there's a certain amount of, people are forgetting tact because they're saying, oh, real. And yes, we are called real talk.
Raw talk. This is raw.
No, sorry. Hello.
Now I'm putting my pregnancy brain on you.
I'm inheriting things. But being real doesn't mean you have license to be rude or unkind or anything. You could just, be direct. But still kind of, that's uncalled for.
Yeah.
I mean, he would say stuff.
Projection.
And also provoking. Like, you want to provoke something. It's like, that's not about the other person. It's about you then at that point. And I think when we're talking about the subject of weight or body image or like wearing things, how many times did my mom tell me, like, you're not wearing that, are you? But I think that's generational too at the same time. When you're just figuring out what you want to be growing up. Sometimes that comes across and that could be, I don't know, that could play on your sensitivities, your insecurities that are still developing at that age.
Absolutely.
Because that's where body image begins, right? When the puberty hits. And
or
you're
just
starting
watching
to
your
socialize and you're starting to figure out how that works. You know, I mean, God, I remember I had a friend in elementary school. Her name was Ingrid. It was first grade. How old are we when we're like 8, 9? Like first, second grade, right?
I believe so. Or second.
She just developed early and she was tall and she had boobs all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And it was like... She was so, then the body shaping and all this was hiding. And I mean, I think at that time, even the boys were like unaware because that's not what they're seeing. They're playing with themselves. They don't play with the girls. But I can imagine that she was getting attention from older boys. You know, my niece deals with that. She looked like she was 18 when she was 11. And it was like, whoa, because she was super tall. She had curves. She was big and had like, you know, all the parts. And you know, how do you deal with that without, or teach her without creating some type of insecurity? You know, give her the confidence to be like, it's okay, this is who you are and it's fine, you can love yourself. But, you know, also at the same time, hey, you can't wear the short shorts that all the rest of your girlfriends are wearing because it just doesn't look the same way on you.
I don't get the short shorts. I'm going to be really honest with you. When you wear short shorts and you walk away, like predators can look at you and you're not even there to face them and go, what are you looking at? You know what I mean? You're walking away and then they look at your ass. I don't understand the short shorts at all. I'd rather just be like, bring it. Like short in the front and then long in the back so at least I can control it. What I did when I was 12 years old, me trying to control everything and about to have twins. Yeah, good luck with that.
I don't even know.
But
that was that whole stage. I think it's still happening now. Where
short
it's like,
shorts,
where it's cut up like they're cheeky underwear.
It's like a thong with jean. Yeah. It's like, it's insane. Yeah. I don't get it. But what I did, because I was really big, you know, 12 years old, I went sporty. Because I went, you know what? I'm done with men pointing at my breasts. I don't know how to fit into this. Right. And then I just went, I'm going to wear sports bras. And you know what I've been thinking about too? I support the Me Too movement. I'm not part of it necessarily. Right. Thank God I've made some good choices and, you know, been in decent situations that I haven't had to be.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yes.
However, I think part of that was because I became really sporty and I wore a lot of sporty clothes. And so I didn't get into that sexual phase, really. I really went into like sports and I was heavy too, trying to focus on what was going on with my own body.
Right.
But I was, one more statistic, because I'm statistic queen lately. I wanted to read this. Because of social media, people are getting over sexualized like crazy.
Yes,
They're interviewing these young girls and they know what sex is. Like, I didn't really get,
porn
I knew
now
what
is available so
for
easily
free
available.
Everywhere.
Yes.
And God, this little girl that I know, she has a dog named Toby and she's little. And so she was watching the Discovery Channel and finding out about breeding because she knows about animals and stuff. And she was just interested to find out. And she put in Toby breeding. And I guess Toby's one of the biggest gay porn stars ever. And she got on and saw things that I don't think my grandmother's ever seen in her life, like ball and chain and gags. And
she had a phone and she was able to see.
She had a computer and I guess it just wasn't.
Didn't have the locks.
You got to think about everything locks these days. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do that. Ooh.
Yeah, everything. But she can't unsee that. You know what I mean? And now it's like, but I think with social media, everybody's getting depressed everywhere, but like college girls. And then I don't know if I had another one, but yeah. 40% of women and 20% of men consider plastic surgery on the regular.
Yeah. I mean, flip side of you, I had no boobs growing up.
Okay.
So of course in Los Angeles, and that's when fake boobs were like, that's what you want to get.
True.
It was like being done.
Was that after Kate Moss? Because it was cool to not have boobs. You were perfect during the Kate Moss times. I'm jealous. Yeah.
No. But I wanted boobs.
Right.
Grass is always greener.
Of course.
And thank God I didn't, because when I had a kid, they just went poof. And I didn't know what to do with them. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable.
They're
cute my back. Too. My shirts don't fit. Like, what the?
See?
So yeah, it's grass is greener, growth, comfortability, all that kind of different stuff. I mean, it's just it's almost like now at this point when we were talking about doing this show and thinking about it, it's like you have to be comfortable with yourself, with who you are, and just trust that it's okay. It's really, it's going to be okay. And if you want to work stuff out, you just,
listen to our whole first season. Like everything we talk about all starts with inside out, you know, to deal with. Because otherwise, if we didn't have all the tips and tools that we've been learning and like taking from, I still, at almost 40 years old, I would have all those images that are just like, I have to have 6-pack abs and I have to do, and it's like, it's exhausting. Where's the balance of it? Yeah. And if you're truly happy, you know, and mental health is everything.
Everything. And if you're saying, oh, I wish I had, because I have those moments where I'm like, okay, I wish that wasn't goofy there or
That's
punchy.
normal.
I mean, I'm still trying to get my tummy together. Just but then you go, you just had a baby, girl. Get yourself together. Like in time, it will be fine. Just do the work you're supposed to do. Now, that's the other. Then just do the work. If that's what you want, then do it. Don't pick up the brownie. Don't have the ice cream because I had
or work out for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like being pregnant. I'm eating the stuff, but I'm also moving my body where I'm like, okay, I'm moving. It's the same
all the balance
agreement, you know, move and then eat and trust what you're eating and then mindset and just staying calm. So, but anything else you want to say about body image? Because we could talk about this all day.
It's a lifelong relationship
in
and it'll change as you get older too. And just know that, you know, just like your looks, your clothes, your hair, you know what I mean? All of that.
Yeah.
So just kind of figure out what it is for you. I remember when it clicked for me and I was like, okay, let me just make it work for me. Let me look at myself in the mirror and go, you are enough. And let me see how it works for me, right? This is what my hair is. So let me work it where it looks good to me. And I'm comfortable with it and all that kind of jazz, not what it looks like in the magazine or on that person, or because, you know, just as an example, the Kate Moss thing, I don't have blonde hair. Right. So why am I trying to do things that blonde hair does? You know, you kind of have to look at it that way. And the photoshopping is real. So
absolutely.
And everybody has their Facetune app.
So, yeah.
So for today's social media stuff. So just, you know, try to work out a compromise and relationship with your look in the mirror with yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'll say, put a photo of you when you were at your happiest. You know what I mean? And then put that on your fridge. Don't put Britney Spears when she was 22 years old on your fridge and thinking that's going to be your, but put yourself, you know, on there. Cause it really resonates from the inside out. Cause 100%. You know, I've got some moments where I was like, oh, was I exactly the happiest? No. But, you know, did I look great? Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. But I will use the one that I'm gleaming and I'm around family and all of that. And I'm like, okay.
And you have like a real laugh.
Exactly. And I'm so much thinner than I thought I was back then. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, what was I complaining about? So it's nice to remind myself that it's all about how you feel.
It's what you surround yourself with. Happy stuff all around you. It's really good.
Girl, this is it. So season 1. And then we're gonna be all crazy. We're come back plastic surgery. We'll be all glam and crazy season 2. You won't even recognize me, okay? You won't recognize me because I'm gonna be big and pregnant.
Just as we finished talking about body image.
Exactly.
Look at that.
I don't even know you people anymore. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing we wanted to do and
I forgot about this. Yes.
Was snack chat.
Snack chat. We need like a little snack chat.
Yes, exactly. I love to snack. I'm a snacker, and let's face it, come midnight, 1 o'clock, you still up or something, I'll eat. I will rummage through the fridge. I will look for stuff. So I brought a couple of things that are
let's start you off because you're the queen of snacking.
Love chocolate. You can't take that. If a doctor were to tell me that I had to stop having chocolate for the rest of my life, I would be very, very depressed. It would be like a really bad breakup.
Yeah.
Because that hurts.
That is your everything.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it
should see this house. There's chocolate everywhere. I'm just like, okay.
And I don't need to have like a whole pan, but I just need a little chocolate bar, a little bite. That's how I control it.
Yes.
I need a bite.
Agreed.
So
you don't have to eat the whole bar.
Right. One of my go-to chocolate that I love to get is the roast almond dairy milk Cadbury. I love milk chocolate. I know they say, dark chocolate. Well,
no, eat what you want.
I want the milk chocolate.
Yeah. Is that like a hazelnut?
No, it's roast almond. Almond and chocolate. Okay. Delish.
Nice.
See's Candy also has like a
Candy.
Milk chocolate almond cluster. So, and it's funny because whenever you go to the candy aisle for like CVS or whatever the markets, and they have the section where they have all the chocolate bars, and this is it. This one is always missing. So whenever I find it, I get like 4. And And they last a long, long time.
That's
because
good.
I only have like, some nights I'll just kill a bar, like an entire bar, or I'll just have a few at a time, like this one.
I want to bite. Here, let's taste one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I had that last night at like 11:30.
Do you mix this with other things?
No, I just need a bite.
Okay. Like no with popcorn or just a bite and then you keep moving on.
Yeah. I mean, if I feel like it, sure. Okay. I'm a snacker, so I'll snack. Some people, like, I got it from my dad.
That's good chocolate. That's like quality.
Yeah.
What's the Cadbury version in England?
I don't know. I think they probably use different milk. Their milk is different there.
Yeah.
And here, this is made here, and I just like this one better.
That's good, everybody.
Yeah, because it's a little, there's something different tasting about the same bar in the UK. And it's just like, not as much, so I don't get it. But like my dad will eat everything.
Good.
And so he can't, right?
Yeah, my husband too.
Yeah. So, and then another one when I'm in the mood for like a savory or something, I love cheese. So I will
cheese and chocolate. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, dude. I love to get
Pirate's Booty.
No, well, it's a version of Pirates, kind of like Pirate's Booty. Wasn't that amazing when that kind of came out?
That was like the biggest thing ever. Ooh. Pirate's Booty.
So Trader Joe's, everybody loves Trader Joe's.
There's TJ's all over the place, right?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
So the white cheddar corn puffs.
Ooh.
They're kind of like popcorn, but they're like the Trader Joe version of Pirate's Booty, kind of.
My pregnant ass will have a bite of that too.
Thank you. Delicious. Delicious. So.
Okay.
I'm just introducing a couple of
options
I give myself. And I always have something in the house because...
Keep your blood sugar up.
Yeah. Lord help me if there's nothing there at night. I'm
hangry. No one wants to see that.
That's real.
Or you're so busy running around.
Yeah. So that is...
But you don't eat out of the bag, right? I will say one health tip. Put it in a bowl. Put it in a bowl, okay?
Yeah, put it in a bowl too, sure.
Yeah, put it in a bowl so you know what you're eating, everybody. So you're not like, Shanna and Vanessa segment snack chat got me to 350 pounds and I hate myself. 350 pounds, you can love yourself, but just make sure that you put it in a bowl.
So that's the danger of snacking is because you go ham on it. You just like go
in the bag.
I mean, pregnant. My thing randomly, it was so odd. Well, I know a lot of women will crave like milky things, so ice cream, and I wasn't eating whole like gallons or quarts or anything like that. But what I was doing was I wanted a cone, a Baskin and Robbins ice cream.
Yeah,
a day.
Sounds good.
Like, and it was generally at night where I'd be like, babe. And I always asked as if it was like brand new. Like I had no idea. That was my pregnancy burden right there. And he just had to let that rock and be like, okay, sure. That's crazy. Yeah. Why not? I was like,
love it.
Yeah. And then I did, because I still need the chocolate, I would do M&Ms because it's like, but see the way I eat M&Ms, I'm not taking a whole and just pop it in my mouth. I like to do one.
Well, you can control yourself. Congratulations. Me, I'd have to put it again in a little bowl.
Yeah.
And designate.
You do what you got to do to make it rock, and then if I needed like candy, it was
like trick or treat all up in your house, don't you?
I do. It's so bad. It's
great. Look at this stuff. Oh, it's awesome. As long as you know how to balance it, it's all good. Yeah.
That's the key word there. Balance. Yes, I will go overboard and know that I have gone overboard and gone like, okay, I got to reel it back. And then I got to reel it back. And that's the journey.
Yeah.
That's the struggle. But that's snack chat, y'all.
Snack chat. Good.
So
next season, we're going to bring it. So if y'all have favorite snacks, let us know because I want to try it. I'll try everything.
Yeah.
I'll be resting it on my belly by season 2. Love it.
So true.
Thank you guys for everything.
Yes,
such an amazing season. Way to just bow it out. I love it. All right.